We got a new Beach Bunny track. I am a big fan of Beach Bunny. Though I think lyrically they don't exactly line up where I currently am as a 30-year-old man. That being said, my daughters love them, and I personally love them as well. Live, they're fantastic. Like it's a good vibe. It really is. And let's give it a whirl. Clueless. Shut the door behind you. Golly, you live in a barn? Wait till mom and dad find out about all the bugs they're letting in.
That I'd be a different person, but it's just a different life. If I got married tomorrow, I'd feel like a teenage wife. I am older at the party, stuff that wouldn't bother me. I can tell who's turning 30 versus being 23. Oh, the girls I knew at 16 have a friend group of their own. Thought I'd make new friends in college, but majority moved home. My best friend's in New York City. She is beauty, she is grace, and I wonder if we'll ever live again in the same place. Oh, was it better? I was younger, different problems, different names. Was it perfect? Was it simple? Was it more or less the same? How did it change? How did I change? How did it change? How did I change? How did I? I insisted that the faces of my parents couldn't change, but I love how I look like my mama when she was my age. Thought the world only got bigger, I'd be hanging in the park, throwing balls at cement walls till the sky got dark. Oh, crying at the supermarket, crying at the DMV, crying at the doctor's office, crying independently. Growing pains are only growing, it's a new reality. Everything feels more nostalgic in a partial memory. Oh, was it better? I was younger, different problems, different names. Was it perfect? Was it simple? Was it more or less the same? How did it change? How did I change? How did it change? How did I change? How did it change? How did I change? How did I?
So this is something I've never really connected, and I don't know if this vibe is there in some of their other work, even though I've listened to it a lot. This one really kind of instrumentally gave me a Cranberries vibe, and I absolutely love the fucking Cranberries, guys. I love the Cranberries. That was like... and I'm talking instrumentally, vocally, she's bringing her own thing to the table, and that's what I really like about Beach Bunny too. I almost feel like if you sped this up, it would be pop punkish, You know what I mean? A little bit, but I probably would toss this in the alternative rock category, maybe myself. I don't really know. But I really liked how well written this really was. I mean, it is something that's been written about a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's a very, we're humans. Growing and aging is something that really befuddles us. We understand it, but at the same time, sometimes comprehension as we go through those stages of growth are fucking brutal on us, even though we technically kind of knew that. It's just like a dawning, like, oh my God, I'm getting older. And man, the 20s I don't miss the 20s. You know what I mean? Like, I might be complaining about my aches and pains, but I don't miss the just being unsure, I'm unsure now, but I'm much more like, hey, I've done this for 30 years. If shit hits the fan and things go bad, I'll either fix it or I won't. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not too worried about things. But I like that. Like, she's like, you hit that certain age where you're starting to identify where like the people that you all just kind of clumped in the category of old are now like, oh no, they're 30, you can recognize it, and that it's not all just lumped in the same category of people, right? Like when you're like a 8-year-old kid, you're like, everybody's fucking old. But no, I really love this. And this is the kind of stuff that like, I get excited because listening to it, I know my wife's going to like this already. And even if it wasn't as well written, my wife would probably enjoy it. She's very likes more of a casual style music. But for my kids, this makes me really happy that there's still people that are really pushing some songwriting, even if it is more of a pop based song, right? Or pop rock based song. There's still some nice lyrics expanding. It's not just some generic shit slapped on a page and thrown with a generic sounding background. Like, there's some passion here, and I get really excited for that because I know my kids will like it as well. And that being said, I think I'm going to go with a 6.8 here. It's going to go on a playlist. I enjoy this for sure, and like I said, I'm pretty stoked to show the girls this one. Don't know why, but certain parts of that track gave me Frank Turner vibes. I could see that weirdly a little bit. Yeah, obviously instrumentally, probably a little bit of that acoustic guitar, potentially. I'm gonna get over here. We're gonna sub. We don't put on notifications because we are following so many people, but we're gonna sub so that make sure that pops up in our feed. Make sure you guys like it if you enjoyed it. Okay, we support them. Something about the lyrics too. Okay, that's a huge compliment in my opinion.